And because I am me, I completely forgot to hit record while I was drilling that. All right, time to work on a little bit of electrical stuff, get the car running, and then I can work on some body stuff. And okay, here. I was really just doing this inside to get my son's dog on the video, and for a moment there he was not cooperating, and now he might be over cooperating. Right, goofball? At least he's not barking at squirrels right now. And realistically, putting together the last nozzle on the fire suppression system is not a road legal thing specifically, but I don't want this hose flopping about the engine bay when I actually take this down to get the skid plate measured. So what I'm looking for is to screw this in about here. Here's the cable, and it's going to the line, and I basically want it to dip down about this much. And once we've made that, I've already actually marked this. What I'm going to do is put a couple of self-drillers in here, bend this to somewhat greater than 90 degrees, and then that will kind of be pointing at the engine. I don't really need exact measurements because I can trim. Go back and trim things. The one thing I will need to do is get an idea of how much this needs to be bent. And I guess if I just kind of let that dangle, it should achieve verticality, right? And that doesn't actually lock it down. You son of a bitch. So that's the angle I'm looking for. And I made a reminder to myself to make it greater than 90. And this is the part where I kind of abandon my plan to drill my own hole because it requires a 15.5 millimeter hole, and the biggest bit I have is a 1/2 inch, which is of course 12.7 millimeters. And not quite enough room for the fitting to go in there. And I'm not buying a single bit for a single hole when I can simply drill a 6 millimeter hole in this and have that coming off the end, which I guess means cutting a little further back, but whatever. Here's a question. Am I going to be able to bend this greater than 90 degrees here? Probably not. Probably gonna have to do it. Oh, I guess I can achieve greater than 90. Is it enough? That's actually shockingly close. Of course, now I've got myself into a bit of a jam. Yeah. Funny how this was not a problem when this was completely vertical. Should have been it the other way. Fortunately, I can swivel this, I think. Oh, okay, good. Woo, just barely. Alright, so this will go here, something like this. And this will come out here, and the connection will be made here. So I probably want to trim that to about here.
And it's never coming down. We're invincible.
And the rules don't specify that you have to, make all of your electrical stuff safe, but I think it's a good idea to cover up this back of the switch, which is just sitting there with these giant 12-volt cables through which a lot of amperage can flow. So I've got some plastic that I'm going to, I think technically this is ABS, but I'm going to craft a little bit of a cover out of it. Funny because I really didn't think that blade had locked. The blade that came, there's a free saw, so the blade that came with it you can't just push into place, but man, the blade I bought afterwards, you can just slot that right in without unlocking it. So I guess I should not have been surprised that that happened, and I had to go through several of the blades that came with it to find one that wasn't a curve, so I guess I'll end up using that.
No one ever taught me, no one ever said. No one ever warned me, was I daydreaming instead? I wanna tell you all my secrets, like a souvenir in my pocket, deep and keep it. I wanna tell you all my secrets, like a souvenir in my pocket, deep and keep it. I wanna tell you all my secrets, like a souvenir in my pocket, deep and keep it. I wanna tell you all my secrets, like a souvenir in my pocket, deep and keep it.
And a free saw is worth what I paid for it, imagine that.
It's pretty cool. What do you do after school? Wanna have a good time or just marvel at your toes? Hit up with funny eyes, as if to a surprise. I get paralyzed.
That was unexpectedly easy. I really thought that was going to go much worse than it did. Okay. All right, let's see if I can assemble this box, and so it'll look something like this when I have plastic welded it. Oh, maybe that's supposed to go this direction. Yeah, it's probably supposed to go that direction. So there, and slap this on the back. Let's see. Maybe that direction, I don't know. Alright. Well, and then I plan on putting a bolt through here just to keep it from flying up during races, because right now in this configuration the only thing holding it on would be gravity, which admittedly is some serious stuff. I mean, it pulls you down, but it kind of keeps you up. I'm not typically full of good ideas, but I think that drilling the hole for the securing bolt in the cover before I glue everything together, or weld everything together really, is probably a good idea. I'm not full of good ideas. I'm doing stage rally. Of course I'm not fucking full of good ideas. I'm doing stage rally. My first race will be the season after their most fatalities they've had in 20 years. Yeah, I'm chock full of bad ideas.
Head is spinning, I think I skipped a night. Blurry vision, I got shades to block the light. I feel alone, but I'm surrounded left and right. When I'm with you, it all just feels alright. I'm feeling hazy. Can you tell you are amazing? Got me under your spell, my heart is racing. I
Fucking shit, too aggressive.
And I just wanted you to know one thing, that I would never ever let you in. If we go down this road, don't ever say I didn't warn ya.
I'm a fucking idiot. This is the front. That's the back. I just did this exactly backwards. Fortunately, I did it exactly poorly.
Do something new, sink your teeth in. Think you had enough, but you never had it rough. We're just having fun, someone tell him not to run. Told you I come alive when I drive through the woods at night. It's a fine line, this is yours and this is mine. Wake your hunter's mind, tear apart what you can find. Reading no umbrella, not just Cinderella. Wanna go like hell, yeah, show me how you get 'em. Waited enough, now it's time to show up in your new form, in your new form, in your new form.
Well, that's ugly on the inside, but so are lots of people. At least now it's solid and holding. Okay, so we should be able to successfully cover that up. Good. No longer quite as exposed. It doesn't really matter which side I put these in from. Ooh! Got a little too much bolt there. So like everything else I do automotive, there are complications. I actually bought these cheap online terminals and I found these sitting around. I'm like, oh, I think these came with the battery. I don't remember buying them. But they obviously have a longer post, which I thought would be helpful. And I thought, you know, this doesn't want to fit on here, and it doesn't want to fit using English SAE equivalent. One of those is metric, one of those is SAE. And now I realize that there's just some sort of manufacturing defect because the other one isn't any better. Which means I'm going to go back and use the old ones. Yeah, one of these says negative, one of these says positive, so try to match them up correctly. I did get shims if this doesn't want to tighten down enough, which I think I may actually deploy already. Now it's too tight. Huh. Obviously, I'll reinforce that with tape, which will also keep it from banging about and shorting on something, which is at least as important. think I may need to go back and buy some that have a more bigger, a longer post. Just to give me that extra fuzzy feeling that I have engaged enough threads. This is not what these are designed for, but that's what I'm using them for. There's a non-zero chance that this will fit better now that I have it right side up. Hey, look at that. I suppose there's a slight taper on these, isn't there? And I probably did this in exactly the wrong, exactly the wrong fashion. Great.
You know when it click through to the send is about to be a slow beat ride.
Well, in theory at least, I should have battery power all the way to this switch, so if I flip this switch, I should get I'm not sure what that thumping noise was, so it may require a little investigation yet, but, well, at least we're partway there. Well, I do love it when a plan comes together. It's always a good feeling when the, when something you took apart, you put back together and it, works again. Especially when it's a project this long and complicated. So that gets us a little closer to being on the road. I think at this point, snowdrift is not going to happen, but hopefully we can have this thing together by the middle of the year and start at so far. I think that's a more reasonable guesstimate for our first event with this car, and hopefully that'll work. So do some body work next time, make sure that we can keep the hood and the trunk shut, get some actual seats in it so that I can sit down, and go from there. See you next time. Alright, let's see if this is actually hot enough to... It's heating up. Oh yeah, that's heating up. Okay, let's... let's not get the hand any closer to that.